On the second chassis, which I will switch out later. I just wanted to get going. And I reprinted, I have black in the machine now, so it's not red, but I have a single cam smoke trigger, which means we'll get puff and brake on one side and the chuff sound on the other side. But I'm doing this more for test than I am for this is the way I want to do it. But I also want to see how the sound reacts with one, and also the puff and brake, how it reacts with one per rev, to see if more time around the circuit gives it a better appeal. And I'm hoping that it will. I'll refigure this out a better way another time if this sounds good and works good. The second thing I've been working on is the size of this board and how I can design it for a full length for the soundboards, how the soundboards are going to fit in there. So I did a little test setup here, and I got these parts here, laying them out, and I have the gizmo somewhere around here for the reed. Oh, there it is over there. So I've got some lengths I'm working on, make sure it's just right, and it looks like I can come up to here before I start to run into things hanging back from the smoke. So it looks like I can hang it out a little bit, and I've got it just enough length. Yeah, it's a little short, isn't it? Well, it gets right to there, so I might have to tidy it up. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. This is my first crack at putting it together, worried about will it fit. It should be a quiz show, will it fit? Okay, anyway, single gear, single cam. It's kind of lame, but I've done it before, and the original Flyers all had, in effect, one cam. They give you one puff and chuff per rev, so I think we can handle it. I don't know. I'll worry about synchronization if it works. If it works well enough that we want to keep it, I'll worry about the synchronization, okay? And I got the four sounds sitting here, kind of thinking it through where I'm going to put that, and I know exactly where I'm going to put it. I've got a sketch for a auxiliary tender. I've had this guy made it for me for ages, and I don't have a tender for it. And I started building the tender chassis. I'm going to put my trucks on here, and we'll start mounting the boards into this. This will be the Four Sounds auxiliary tender for Mule. Pardon me, Mule 2. And I've refined the metal version of the smokehouse so it looks identical to the plastic. And I've got the dimensions I'm waiting to print. It's going to take too long to print tonight, so I'm going to print it tomorrow. And then I'll have all the streamlined engines ready to go. And you're not printing. You're going to stop printing. You're not printing. Yes, stop. Go to sleep. You've had a rough day. Yeah, kill it. And I've got the parts figured out, extra parts. I'm going to be testing some variations on that motor running detector reed switch. I've got some half an amp. I got some full amp. I got some 12 volt and some 24 volts. So I'm going to see if one or the other works a little smoother, a little more responsive when the motor's off and on. Something to think about as we get closer, so I can do some testing here. I might put that particular component on a socket, and that way I can switch them out over time. Haven't had any time to do much of anything really on the other stuff. My science project. I hit a snag yesterday, so we'll have to see if I can come through that or not. And that's it. That's where I'm at, working on the engine. Oh, here's the tender that we're going to be using. As you can see, when I put these pieces in here, it gets pretty full. Not a lot of room in here, so it's going to be pretty standard. As a matter of fact, this is the standard width and length for the royal blue. So this will fit a royal blue sheet metal lid, and then the auxiliary would be made. We're talking to Leon about making it look like a short version of the royal blue tender with a rounded top and all that, and water caps on the top. No coal. Okay, that's it. So I got the 2 cams, worked on the adjustments, made the new part. We're cooking. We're doing it best as I can. Days are getting bad. I had 3 in a row here. It was, I mean, say bad, it was good because we didn't have anything to do outside because we can't. It's too smoky. That's a little weird, isn't it? Too much smoke to go outside. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. If you do go out, take a mask if you're living around here. I will be back tomorrow.